OutDaughtered Busby former neighbor speaks up about chaos. The reality TV family at the center of TLC's hit show OutDaughtered has long been a subject of public fascination, not only for their unique family dynamics, but also for the intense scrutiny they face behind the scenes. While the show primarily highlights the joys and challenges of raising the first all-girl quintuplets in the United States, recent revelations have come to light from a surprising source, a former neighbor of the Busby family. The former neighbor's candid account sheds light on the chaotic reality beyond the cameras, painting a complex picture of what life was like living in close proximity to one of television's most talked-about families. This news story delves into the first-hand experiences shared by this neighbor, offering a nuanced perspective on the challenges, conflicts, and moments of upheaval that were not always visible to viewers. The Busby family and OutDaughtered. For years, the Busby family has been a staple on TLC, capturing hearts with their story of raising 5 daughters born at once: Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Riley, and Parker. Danielle and Adam Busby's journey from pregnancy to parenthood has been both inspiring and relatable to many, highlighting the extraordinary demands of managing a large family. Yet, as with many families under the media microscope, the spotlight reveals only part of the story. Viewers witness the joyful milestones and the inevitable parenting struggles, but rarely the personal toll such attention takes on those involved or the ripple effects on those around them. A neighbor's perspective: chaos behind closed doors. The former neighbor, who lived next to the Busbys during the early years of the quintuplets' childhood, recently came forward with observations that paint a more turbulent picture. According to their account, life near the Busbys was marked by frequent disruptions, noise, and a general sense of disorder that often spilled over into the neighborhood. Describing the atmosphere as chaotic, the neighbor recalled numerous occasions where the house was filled with loud noises, constant movement, and a high level of activity that was sometimes overwhelming. While some of this was expected, given the sheer number of children in the household, the neighbor emphasized that the commotion often extended beyond typical family noise. Noise and disturbance, a constant challenge. One of the recurring themes in the neighbor's recounting was the issue of noise. The presence of quintuplets naturally leads to a higher volume of sounds: laughter, crying, footsteps, and the occasional tantrum. However, the neighbor noted that the volume and frequency of these sounds often reached levels that affected the immediate community. The noise was relentless at times, the neighbor said. It felt like there was never a quiet moment, even during what should have been peaceful hours. This constant disturbance reportedly led to tension among neighbors, some of whom struggled to cope with the near-constant commotion. The neighbor acknowledged that raising multiple children is no easy feat, but expressed that the level of noise sometimes bordered on excessive. Emotional and physical exhaustion. The neighbor also hinted at signs of exhaustion visible in Danielle and Adam Busby during their interactions outside the home. Parenting 5 young children simultaneously is an immense challenge, and the neighbor observed moments when the parents appeared overwhelmed and visibly fatigued. Danielle and Adam seemed to be running on empty more often than not, the neighbor remarked. There were days when it looked like they hadn't slept in weeks. This observation speaks to the toll that raising quintuplets takes on a family's emotional and physical well-being, a fact that viewers sometimes forget amid the show's edited narrative and celebratory tone. Outside visitors and the impact on privacy. Another source of disruption mentioned by the neighbor involved the frequent presence of visitors, media personnel, and production crews, which often compounded the sense of chaos. The family's reality TV status brought a steady stream of outsiders into the neighborhood, causing increased traffic and noise that affected the entire block. According to the neighbor, the Busby's house became something of a local spectacle, with people sometimes gathering outside to catch a glimpse of the family or the filming process. This lack of privacy reportedly added to the family's stress and contributed to the neighborhood's instability. The pressure of reality TV. Living under the constant gaze of cameras can be a double-edged sword. While it offers a platform for sharing personal stories and inspiring viewers, it also imposes pressures that can exacerbate existing challenges. The neighbor suggested that the demands of filming and public expectations may have intensified the family's stress levels, sometimes manifesting in visible strain during daily life. It's hard enough managing a household with 5 kids, but doing it with cameras around 24/7? That's a whole different level, the neighbor said. Impact on the neighborhood dynamic. The influx of activity related to the Busby family's television fame also had broader repercussions for the neighborhood's social dynamics. Some neighbors reportedly felt alienated by the disruption and the attention focused on the Busby household, while others expressed sympathy and support. Some people loved the excitement and the celebrity aspect, but others just wanted a quiet place to live, the neighbor explained. It was a mixed bag. The former neighbor's reflections highlight how one family's unique situation can ripple outward, affecting the community in complex ways. Family resilience amidst the chaos. Despite the challenges described, the neighbor also recognized the resilience and dedication of Danielle and Adam Busby. Raising quintuplets is an extraordinary responsibility, and the couple's commitment to their children was evident even during difficult times. Even when things got chaotic, they always tried to do right by their kids, the neighbor noted. You could see the love and effort they put into their family. This acknowledgement adds depth to the narrative, illustrating that while the environment may have been fraught with challenges, the core of the Busby family's story remains one of perseverance and care. The role of the show in shaping public perception. OutDaughtered has played a significant role in shaping how the Busby family is perceived by the public. The show offers an edited glimpse into their lives, often emphasizing heartwarming moments and milestones. However, as the neighbor's testimony reveals, there are complexities that may not be fully captured on screen. This raises questions about the nature of reality television and the balance between entertainment and authenticity. Viewers are reminded that behind every televised family is a more complicated reality, with struggles and imperfections that may not make it to the final cut. Mental health and support systems. The neighbor's account also touches on the importance of mental health and support systems for families facing extraordinary circumstances. Managing a household of 7, including 5 toddlers, requires not just physical stamina, but also emotional strength and access to resources. While the show sometimes highlights family bonding and community support, the behind-the-scenes reality may include moments of isolation and